All right. Good morning, campers. We're doing a little bonus thing out here from the Monkey Bar and the Rue Bus. I know everybody's waiting on more word from, the Bonnaroo socials or whatever the heck it may be, but we want to talk with everybody. I'm sitting here with Andrew. How you feeling, dude? All things considered.
I think Wednesday made the whole event still worth it, but I understand most people probably didn't come here for my event on Wednesday.
I don't know.
So,
I mean, they got a pretty good bonus with Daft Punk, apparently.
Well, it's not Daft Punk. It was confirmed.
I mean, you could have let that one slide. Just let people continue to believe that.
As soon as there were news articles written, I think we kind of have to not call it that.
And there was memes in Bonnaroo about, no, we don't know when Daft Punk is playing.
Yeah,
that was so funny. How are you feeling mentally?
I'm okay with what happened this year. My concern is kind of what happens now and kind of where we go from here. So
we'll talk about that in a minute. Also, another person you probably know.
Hello, it is I, the Jables.
Oh, I thought you were the Festival.
Oh no, that's I can't say their name.
You can't say their name. No, we can't.
Anyway.
I don't know. I feel like you got some of the Owls hookups last night. You were featured on TikTok.
Yeah. So I was on Bonnaroo's TikTok.
Or the night before last.
From Thursday night.
Yeah.
So if you didn't see, but there was someone that was handing out a VIP wristband and saying who's going to be the first to grab it, and that was me who grabbed it. So yeah, and then. With everything that's happened, I obviously was able to use that VIP pass for its full intended use.
It was able to be used for maybe all of 2 hours Thursday.
I honestly didn't get to use it at all. I literally checked in with my GA. I didn't even go through the VIP line because no one was in line in Bonnaroo.
Oh my gosh.
So I used my GA for that, and then when I lined up for Ginger Root, that's when they were calling everyone off. So I didn't even get to go to the VIP lounge or anything.
Oof. We got to get you the hookup and get you a do-over.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, how are you feeling mentally after all this business?
I'm doing okay. I think overall that, I grew up with the saying that God gave us mountains to climb and the strength to climb them. So, really, this is just, we're in a valley right now. But we just gotta, but I know I just gotta keep climbing. We just gotta keep climbing. We just gotta keep going. That's really the best way I can put that.
No, I think that's a good way of putting that. It's been tough, dude. I think there was a span of time yesterday where we were looking at all the updates here and we thought maybe Bonnaroo's going to open at 6, 7, 8. We kind of heard through the grapevine that a decision was coming at 7, 7:30. And I don't think anybody at that point
did get the decision time right. I think the problem is on one hand you had security people getting ready as if their late night sets might still happen, while side ops and insurance were completely saying other things. And those people are ultimately determinative of what happens. So as soon as the decision was made on their side, it was over. But I was a little surprised to see the whole weekend canceled. But as soon as I started seeing photos again,
you and I saw that.
There aren't tractors stuck in mud like in 2021. Although I need to knock on wood since my car's not out of here yet. But it's still pretty grim. You're not going to make people wait around 2 days just for Sunday programming. So.
Yeah. Well, who knows if we even could have had any more programming today or Sunday because
if it keeps raining, you would.
I mean, we're sitting here. What time is it? It is. My watch went dead. What time?
8,
a little after 8 in the morning. Did you even go to sleep? By the way,
I did.
You did? Yeah, I did for a while too.
I actually have probably gotten the 2 longest back-to-back nights of sleep. Ever at Bonnaroo because I was tired after Wednesday last night, and then the rave I was kind of done with after about 1. So
I slept okay enough, but it's gonna be weird. We've had people asking in different places, hey, what's the play? What's gonna happen? Nobody knows. This is unprecedented. JB, I don't know how you feel. Get you back in on this too. In 21, it was canceled before anybody that was coming, not working here, stepped foot in the place. Now everybody's here. And the grounds are within spitting distance of what they probably were in 21. So I don't think it's, too much of a hot take to say that it's a bit of a cluster around here.
A little bit. I mean, I don't think that's a terrible hot take. It's definitely like the concerns of 21 like happened like as people were riding the campground.
Yeah.
That was my understanding. But this is just like how everything suddenly formed. I think everyone knew the rain was coming, but I don't know if people expected it to be like this bad.
No, I think we all expected yesterday was just going to be a little pop-up shower for just a minute or two, and it'd be gone after a couple of sprinkles. Nothing like that.
Like I know, like some weather reports I saw said like it was expecting like a quarter inch of rain, if not less.
I think we would have been fine with that.
But we would have been fine with that. But I know like. Charlotte had a cup outside, and she showed me. She's like, "This is how much rain we got."
I didn't see that.
It was like at least 1.5 inches, 2 inches of rain.
Goodness.
Like it was a lot more rain than people were expecting, and it was a lot of different cells of rain.
I think if it was a situation where it hadn't rained around here in a long time, we would have been okay with that. But it's been a gully washer around, to use a southern term, or a toad strangler. It's been one of those around here for the past couple of weeks.
No,
really,
past couple of months. Like Tennessee, like. There was all throughout like April and May, it felt like it rained just about every weekend. For the most part, there's like 1 or 2 weekends that like it didn't rain. It was like if it rained Saturday, it wouldn't rain Sunday. If it didn't rain Sunday, it would rain. Or if it didn't rain, or vice versa. But there's always some sort of rain like throughout the weekend, at least throughout these past 2 months. I would say.
Yeah, no, you're right. Climate change, man. Brooklyn just showed up here. Brooklyn, bring it in here. How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling all right.
Yeah? You tied one on last night.
You know what? I'm happy, but I got that empty feeling.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We've been kind of figuring out how we can patch that or put that Band-Aid on. We're all talking about Halloween around camp, about how a bunch of us are going there, you know.
I mean, it's always good because Bonnaroo's not about the music.
Yeah.
Bonnaroo's about the friends, seeing everybody.
Literally the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
However, like when it's cut short, you can't help but feel gutted and empty. You don't get that oomph and that.
We got a day in. It's not like it's 20 or 21. We got a good day in. Well, more if you count all of Andrew and Maddie's stuff.
This is very true.
Yeah. It was worth it coming out here for all that stuff on Wednesday, honestly.
Yeah, I think the Wednesday party went well. The DeBuzzy guys, for the most part, ended up being pretty cool. So they had a really cool setup. And the thing I just hope for is we can keep doing this every year. So I don't want to make that sound grim.
Well, no. Let's be realistic and talk about that. I said we'd come back around to that. So, the talk online has been like, this is, going to be a big reputation hit. When you have a sold out year and people go through all this, they're not going to come away feeling like rainbows and butterflies, you know? Obviously, I think it's very valid to feel pretty gutted and have opinions about how this was handled, you know?
Yeah, so the big thing is like, I don't know if I should say this, but
Careful.
There were more tickets sold this year than in 2023. So the 3 most sold years of Bonnaroo this decade have all been canceled at this point.
I think
that's a tough pill to swallow.
Here's the lesson learned. Don't book Tyler, the Creator, because when he's booked, it doesn't happen. Or Glass Animals.
Yeah.
It's tough, though, man. I do think it's very valid for people to come away from this and be like, no, I'm not messing with this again. You know, I think that's a valid take. I don't agree with it, but I can totally see why somebody would think that. And I don't agree because I've been here so many times when things did go great, you know?
Well, I have to be careful about how I say this, but I think Live Nation is probably just going to slowly deprioritize Bonnaroo in favor of stuff like Lollapalooza and ACL. I don't think they're going to nuke it just because Bonnaroo is like that level of brand value, but it's going to be a slow build back to where it was.
I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. Like, I think, look at the math of it. Half of the Bonnaroos in the past handful of years have not happened because of things like this.
Yeah.
2 of them were weather, 1 of them were COVID. If the weather is going to be that unpredictable, I think people are valid in looking at it and like, do I want to buy tickets for this? Because it's like a coin flip as to whether or not this thing's even going to happen.
I mean, you saw it last night when we all did the parade.
Yeah.
We all decided to walk around the campgrounds with our totems. It was a big ass group.
Yeah.
We got so many high fives. Like we were just screaming and chanting, like, "Oh baby, you got what I need."
Yeah.
Bonnaroo, and it just felt like, hey, this sucks, but we're still here, and this will never die. This will never fucking die.
She's right. She's totally right.
Yeah, I mean, like even if Live Nation does something, well, I shouldn't name names because I think
careful.
they've already saved the festival once. But
yeah.
even if something bad happens, like this is too big of a park for a vacuum to not be left by that.
Yeah,
and it's because of the love that it gets.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, you're right, Andrew, because like there's a lot of infrastructure here that people don't even see or think about. That does make it a valuable venue. And, they kind of had to back in 20, but they have shown that it can be used for other things. Even before that, because they did that Exit 111 thing. That didn't work out, but, it was at least a proof of concept that you could use this for other stuff.
The other thing I'll say is, like, people are whining about, like, they are fair to complain about some of the updates that have not been coming out. Like, there should be updates about which toll booths are going faster, the towing procedures, people are stuck in the mud. That stuff has been radio silence. It could be handled better. However, operationally, Bonnaroo there's more money put into operations here than any fest in the country, maybe even Coachella.
You think so?
Like, Coachella has more like production and stuff like that, but it's basically in a LA suburb at this point. Like it's the desert, but it's also not the percentage of camping and stuff you just have to bring in to make it happen.
Yeah.
So it's Lollapalooza is different because you got to get a bunch of city permits. ACL's 2 weekends, so that makes it hard. But from just a general like setting up stuff and accommodation side of things, I mean, I think that there's a lot more put into this fest that people don't really appreciate.
Yeah, totally agree. So, I mean, you and I both have seen, how the meat gets made, and it can be glamorous, it can be not so glamorous, but it certainly is a lot more than most people realize. All the moving gears, I'm using too many metaphors at this point. But I'll pose this and I'll get JB's take on this here in a second because he thinks about these things. Put that fireball away, JB. She wants it. There we go. There's some Pink Whitney floating around here somewhere. Anyways, so I had been talking about this for years, but like I feel that one potential play that would be on my mind if I was like Brad, Corey, or anybody, any of the powers that be, is like, how can you extend the brand so it doesn't rely just on this thing on the farm, which, like I just said, could be a coin flip in some people's eyes. They did that thing after the cancellation last time in 21 where they had a thing at the Ascend Amphitheater in Nashville where they got some of the artists and kind of Bonnaroo branded it. I understand something's happening with the Super Gym tonight. Good luck getting there if you can't get out of the mud. I'll talk about that in a moment too. But if I'm one of those guys, and I'm only peripherally involved, I've been ankle deep in this sort of stuff, certainly not waist deep like they are, but I would be looking at how can I have a sprinkling of other Bonnaroo events throughout the year. For example, I think the breakaway EDM thing in different towns is kind of a cool model. It's kind of using the model from the old Warped Tour, where it kind of goes from town to town and has a slightly different lineup. We're getting your boy DJ Diesel Shack in Huntsville, for example. What if you did these little mini Roo fests at venues, for us, the Orion, in Nashville, the Ascend, something like that, other southern towns where the risk of cancellation is much lower, the opportunity to get the branding out there and to do some cool, weird Bonnaroo stuff on the grounds temporarily or between shows during intermissions is out there. Get some good PR for the brand out there. I don't know. I just want to bounce that idea off of you, JB. I'm talking too much. What do you think?
So I'm just trying to think a little bit about it. I think the big thing about because I don't know much about Breakaway or like Warped Tour. It's like I didn't really get to experience. I didn't really get to experience Warped Tour.
You baby.
Yeah, I know. I was very sheltered, but with that, I mean, I think it could be a good idea. I think there would definitely be an audience for it for sure. But when I think about Bonnaroo, it's not always going to be about the music. It's going to be more about the community. For me at least. Yeah, so I think
there's probably some things you could do.
So I mean, there's definitely some different things that you can definitely do, but I think if it's going to be like as a mini Roo just based off the lineup, or it's just going to be based on the lineup, I'm curious like what other events are they going to try and do, because it is like Bonnaroo is like a music and arts festival.
Yeah, I think they have to take a look at that. One thing, just bouncing off what you're saying. Have a shakedown street, like at a Dead or Billy show.
Sure.
You know, have that where you have kind of like the Wookiee community outside the doors too, you know. But we're just spitball. Charlotte's got something. She just came in here finally.
Hi, we tried that once before. It was called Concerts on the Farm in 2021.
Well, that was here. I'm talking about doing it.
I know, but that's been tried and done.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, people want to sit in a field and do drugs. They don't want to go to an amphitheater that's closed off, things like that. Like, no. That's not a Bonnaroo experience to most people.
I was going to say, after Desert Days ended up getting nuked, they tried to do a lot of like Days in the City events.
Yeah.
It did not work.
Really?
Like, it's the same thing with Bonnaroo. You just got to go into a field and camp. Like, unless you're doing fields in different cities on a smaller scale to bring it back, I don't see that working.
Well, you guys may be right. You know, there's a lot more that we don't know than we do know. You got something, Pebbles?
No, I was gonna say like finding different parks or different like things that they could do, or different campgrounds, just like even like pretty like remote areas from cities. Like I mean, like Manchester, we're an hour and a half from Nashville, so it's not the easiest drive for some people. I mean, it's a pretty good drive. So like, what if you did it like kind of out of the way from other places?
All right, hear me out. What if you did Bonnaroo Presents, whatever, at the Caverns?
Caverns can be good. Caverns is definitely like the same type of location.
Yeah,
I think that could be
or
good.
places like that. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I think it'd have to be like unique locations like that where like people can go out and definitely camp and do anything that they're wanting to do.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. To sum that part up, like what I'm thinking is like if I'm them, they gotta think of better ways to get the brand name out there, to get some more positivity attached to it to people that aren't, veterans in it year after year like we are. But maybe those conversations are happening. One time when we had Brad and Corey on the podcast, Corey said, they've kind of sort of discussed that. He kind of left it at that. He didn't say what, but something's happened. I don't know. We'll see in the future. Hey, Chloe just showed up with a Bucky shirt. That's the bus tour. We were recording like a little thing to put out now so people can listen to while they're stuck or in the mud or in traffic or whatever. Come here. How you feeling?
Oh, feeling okay.
Yeah?
Sad, but now also hungover.
Well,
so what do you do?
As is custom.
Terrible combination of things. But yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah? Come here, Jay. How you feeling? Jay's here. We know each other already. So like this, you tried your first one here. How did it go anyways?
I had a fantastic time. I came here to meet people, to hang out, and I got that in spades yesterday.
Yeah.
The community was amazing. The weather dealt us a terrible hand. But I just feel bad.
You've had such a good attitude about it the whole time. You've made the best of it.
Well, it's, you can get mad and upset, or you just roll with it.
Yeah. Now we have around here.
You can roll and get you forward.
Will you try it again when the weather forecast is good?
I think I will.
Okay.
I'd love to.
You got the flavor of the place. You see what we've been talking about now.
I got a good day and a half. No, yesterday was a good day. Wasn't the day I expected. Wasn't the day I would have hoped for.
Still fun.
Yesterday was unexpectedly fun. Like that first rain when we thought it was really cute.
Yeah.
We were like, oh my god, look at us dancing in the rain like little fairies.
Put on Natasha Bedingfield.
Yeah, oh my god, Chapel, let's go. So I'm glad we really squeezed some joy out of that.
I don't blame Glass Animals or Tyler the Creator. I blame Natasha Bedingfield.
She did this. I saw some comment.
I felt too much rain on my skin.
Or the purple rain gown. Maybe he did.
Oh my god, you're right.
In between, there's
Don't get Charlotte started.
That's Charlotte's villain origin story for sure.
let's talk a little bit about, like, I know that people are stuck in traffic. We should probably talk to that a little bit before we get out of here. You're probably stuck in traffic listening to this now. Let's go ahead and put it out there that this is unprecedented. The staff that you're talking to and the lines out in the roads, they're probably going to know not much more than you do. So be kind to them and stuff. This isn't their fault, obviously. I think a lot of staff are getting out of here already because they got to get back, because like they may have situations that we can't even anticipate. So it is going to be tricky. I think we're going to have as much patience as we've ever had. And like the people who need to get out first, like if you got somebody near your campground that, hey, I got to go, like see if you can scoot things around. I think we especially have to think about people who are in like handicapped areas, or people who are still in a swamp and like a couple inches of water for their campground. I think like everybody needs to universally agree, like, hey, we got to put them first.
Yeah, if you can wait, you should wait.
Yeah, we can wait.
Yeah,
we're in no hurry.
What are we doing?
We were planning on being here until Monday anyways. Only problem is I'd like to be able to go to a bathroom where I can't tell if it's mud or whatever.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the water's out again.
The water's out? Oh, gosh.
Go piss, girl.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I think a lot of the plazas are going to be jacked. So, oh, boy. I don't want to throw the words Woodstock 99 around, but it has shades of some of those documentaries.
But this crowd will handle it differently.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have Limp Bizkit playing last night.
And thank God for that.
Yeah. I mean, in a perfect situation, maybe they could have been cool here, but not.
It was pretty close.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Don't give me Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, I know. There was some EDM from a certain other bus last night that made it a little tricky out here, but we that's all that shall be said.
No, here's the thing. It's like there's two things playing. There's one bus and then one RV that's playing at the same time, and they're like right in a place where we can hear both. And they're not in sync at all.
It was not the scene from Scott Pilgrim with the bands battling in a good way at all.
No.
It was in a bad way.
Yes.
And look, God bless this guy over here, but I think I've heard his entire set 5 times now.
Yeah.
The exact same set list.
He's really tightened it up since he started.
He likes what he likes.
Yeah. Well, I hope his rehearsals have gone well, whatever show he has coming up. Oh, boy. Can I write a strongly worded letter to the manager of this band? Oh, good. Yeah. But yeah, guys, you know the deal. Play as a team. We got to now more than ever. Help your neighbors out. If you're sticking around for a bit, just take a little walk around, see if anybody needs anything. If you got boards already that people can use if they're stuck in mud, they could probably definitely use that. Yeah, other than that, I don't think anybody knows what's going on. Nobody's been in this situation before, but we're going to be okay. Anything else from you, JB?
Continue to radiate positivity even when things seem dark. Be the light.
It's kind of the best time to do it. Miss Chloe?
Yeah, what JB said. Also, I love you.
I love you guys too. I love you too.
Yeah.
Lisa?
Yes.
And Brooklyn, anything from y'all?
See you in 2026.
Oh yeah, we'll be back.
Clap cheeks, Rufus Du Sol, 2026. Let's go.
Vote for Pitbull on
Manifest
the...
You're going to start campaigning for this now,
yes,
right?
Yes. Mr. 305. He's been there. He's done that, except for Bonnaroo.
Can we also get Kesha so they can sing Timber?
No, my God.
I think that's like a 2-for-1 special.
Exactly.
But I think he fits the throwback vibe that Bonnaroo's been trying to get, and he would be perfect in the T-Pain late night slot.
This was our party question
the energy
yesterday.
would be amazing. That's all I have to say.
Wait.
I love that. But
So-
also Rufus Du Sol.
I think we also came up with Lil Jon, the East Side Boys,
Yep.
Good Charlotte.
Good Charlotte.
What was the
Metro
others?
Station.
Metro
Oh
Station.
my God, Christy would
Shake
go
it.
nuts.
No,
Yeah.
she'd lose it.
Yeah.
Would go nuts.
That would. Can you imagine Metro Station at the Infinity?
That would be a seismic event. Shake it,
Oh,
please.
I have opinions on Infinity, but we'll save that for next time.
If anybody has any band recommendations that is kind of like Rufus Du Sol, please send messages.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, that's most everybody here.
I need to find new music. I need to quit listening.
I got you some ideas. All right, well, guys, get out there and radiate positivity anyways. We'll be back in a week or so. Bye. We love you.
Bye.